The Mongols didn't just win wars. They erased entire civilizations. They built the largest land empire in history, stretching from China to Europe, crushing everything in their path. Cities burned. Armies vanished. Entire dynasties disappeared. No army could stop them. No wall could hold them. So when Kublai Khan, ruler of China and grandson of Genghis Khan, set his sights on Japan, it should have been easy. Japan was smaller, divided, isolated, and completely outmatched. And yet, not once, but twice, the Mongols failed. Entire fleets destroyed, armies wiped out, plans shattered. After that, they never tried again. So what happened? How did one island nation survive against the most unstoppable empire in history? Was it strategy, preparation, or something far more mysterious? Because according to legend, the gods themselves intervened. By the late 1200s, the Mongols ruled China under the Yuan dynasty. Kublai Khan had achieved what even his grandfather couldn't: complete control over one of the richest regions on Earth. With that wealth came something new: ambition beyond the mainland. And just across the sea was Japan. At the time, Japan was ruled not by its emperor, but by a military government known as the Kamikaze Shogunate. Real power rested in the hands of the regent, Hojo Tokumin. When Kublai Khan sent messengers demanding submission, the message was clear: become a vassal or face destruction. Japan didn't negotiate. They didn't compromise. They didn't even reply. And when more envoys arrived, they were executed. That single decision made war inevitable. In 1274, the Mongols launched their first invasion. But there was a problem. The Mongols were masters of land warfare, not the sea. They had to build an invasion fleet from scratch, relying heavily on Korean shipbuilders and sailors. Still, the force they assembled was massive. When they arrived, they moved quickly. Tsushima Island fell. Iki Island followed. Then they landed on mainland Japan. At first, everything went according to plan. The samurai defenders were caught off guard. They were used to individual combat, honor duels, one-on-one fights. The Mongols didn't fight like that. They fought as a unit. Disciplined, coordinated, relentless. They used explosive weapons, arrows and volleys, and tight formations. The samurai were overwhelmed, forced to retreat. For a moment, it looked like Japan would fall. But then, everything changed. A storm rolled in. Not just any storm. A violent, chaotic typhoon. The Mongol fleet, anchored and vulnerable, was torn apart. Ships smashed into each other. Men thrown into the sea. Thousands drowned. The invasion collapsed overnight. The survivors fled. Japan had survived, but just barely. Kublai Khan was furious. He didn't see it as defeat. He saw it as unfinished business. So he prepared something even bigger. For years, he gathered more ships, more soldiers, more resources. And in 1281, he returned. This time, the invasion was enormous. Possibly over 100,000 men. 2 massive fleets, one from Korea, one from China. It was one of the largest military operations of the medieval world. But Japan wasn't the same as before. They had learned. They built defensive walls along the coast. They reorganized their forces. And most importantly, they adapted. Instead of meeting the Mongols head-on, the samurai changed tactics. They launched night raids. Small, fast attacks on anchored ships, striking without warning, then disappearing into the darkness. They didn't let the Mongols rest. Didn't let them regroup. Didn't let them take control. The invasion stalled. Days turned into weeks. The Mongols couldn't break through. And then, history repeated itself. Another storm, stronger than before. The famous Kamikaze, meaning divine wind. It tore through the fleets with devastating force. Ships were destroyed. Entire armies scattered. Command structures collapsed. And this time, there was no recovery. Stranded, exhausted, and outnumbered, the remaining Mongol forces were hunted down and defeated. The invasion was over. Completely. But here's the truth. It wasn't just the storms. Japan didn't win by luck alone. They had real advantages. The geography made large-scale invasion incredibly difficult. Their coastal defenses slowed enemy landings. Their new tactics disrupted Mongol strategy. And the Mongols themselves faced serious problems. Supplying such a massive army across the sea was nearly impossible. Their ships were rushed, poorly built in some cases. And their entire system of warfare, fast movement, cavalry dominance, didn't work on water. Even without the storms, victory would have been far from certain. After 2 catastrophic failures, even Kublai Khan had to stop. He considered a third invasion. But by then, his empire was dealing with internal problems, rebellions, instability, stretched resources. Another failure could have been disastrous. So for the first time in their expansion, the Mongols backed down. They never attempted to invade Japan again. For Japan, the victory became legend, proof that they were protected. Chosen, saved by divine forces. The Kamikaze became more than just a storm. It became a symbol, and for the Mongols, it marked something even more important, a limit, the moment when the most unstoppable empire in history finally met something it couldn't conquer. The next video is even more shocking. Subscribe now so you don't miss it.